Did you know airlines are secretly tricking you every time you fly? Seriously, look around the next time you are at the airport. Behind the chaos of the holiday crowds, the endless lines at check-in counters, and the rush of airplanes taking off, there is a carefully calculated system designed to empty your wallet. From hidden fees that hit your credit card before you even board to seating scams that shrink your personal space for profit, the aviation industry has mastered the art of extraction. I am exposing the tricks that cost you hundreds of dollars every single year. You think you paid for a seat and a safe journey, but you actually paid for a masterclass in behavioral psychology. Stay tuned, because I am about to reveal the 3 biggest secrets they definitely do not want you to know. Hi everyone, welcome back. I am here to help you navigate the modern travel landscape without getting ripped off. This matters because travel is expensive enough as it is. We are talking about saving your hard-earned money, preventing that inevitable airport stress, and avoiding the embarrassment of having to repack your bag on the dirty floor in front of 50 strangers. Today we are going to cover 10 specific airport and airline secrets that you are probably falling for right now, whether you realize it or not. I have spent weeks digging through airline financial reports, reading the fine print of carrier contracts, and talking to industry insiders to bring you this list. These aren't just theories, these are the business models of modern flight. Let's start where your journey begins. The check-in counter. This is the first battlefield. Have you ever noticed that the check-in lines are intentionally designed to be long, confusing, and slow? That isn't just incompetence, it is psychology. Airlines know that if you are standing in a stagnant line, watching the clock tick down, your anxiety spikes. When you finally reach the counter, you are desperate to just get it over with. That is when they hit you with the overweight baggage fee. They know you are too stressed to argue or step aside to rearrange your items. You just pay the $75 to make the problem go away. But it gets sneakier at the self-check-in kiosks. These machines are programmed with what designers call dark patterns. When you are clicking through to get your boarding pass, the buttons for no thanks on upgrades, travel insurance, or priority boarding are often smaller, grayed out, or hidden in corners. The upgrade button is bright, pulsating, and huge. Imagine a passenger named Sarah. Sarah is rushing, she's late, and the kiosk asks if she wants trip protection. It sounds important, right? She clicks yes, thinking it's mandatory or vital. She just spent $40 on something her credit card already covers for free. That is pure profit for the airline, generated solely by confusing interface design. Now let's move to the gate. This is segment 2, boarding secrets. The gate area is a theater of anxiety. Have you ever wondered why gate agents make those announcements that sound so urgent? We are now boarding zone 1. All other zones, please step back. They create a scarcity mindset. By making you feel like there is no space left for your carry-on bag, they encourage a stampede. This panic ensures they can turn the plane around faster, which saves them money on fuel and staffing, but it leaves you stressed out. Then there is the dirty secret of overbooking. It is perfectly legal for airlines to sell more tickets than there are seats on the plane. They are betting on the statistical probability that someone won't show up. But when everyone does show up, they have to bump someone. This is where they trick you again. They will get on the intercom and offer a $200 voucher to anyone willing to take a later flight. Do not take the first offer. That is a lowball tactic. If they involuntarily bump you, federal regulations in many countries often entitle you to cash compensation worth up to 4 times your ticket price, not just a measly voucher with an expiration date. And let's talk about priority boarding. Airlines have manipulated the perception of value here. You pay extra to get on the plane first, but what are you really paying for? You are paying to sit in a cramped metal tube for 30 minutes longer than everyone else while people hit you with their backpacks as they walk down the aisle. Unless you need overhead bin space desperately, this is a vanity tax. Once you are actually on the plane, the in-flight tricks begin. This is where you are a captive audience. You literally have nowhere else to go, and they exploit that ruthlessly. Let's talk about food and beverage pricing. A soda that costs the airline pennies is sold to you for $4 or $5. A snack box with 3 crackers and some cheese spread costs $10. It's price gouging, plain and simple. They create an illusion of free service by giving you a tiny cup of water, but if you want anything substantial, you pay a premium. Then there is the entertainment and Wi-Fi. Airlines know that boredom is painful. They have removed the seatback screens on many shorter flights, forcing you to use your own device. Then they throttle the free messaging speeds so you get frustrated and pay for the streaming quality Wi-Fi package. It is a manufactured problem with a paid solution. The most physical trick, however, is legroom. This is simple economics. Airlines have been slowly shrinking the pitch, the distance between seats, by inches over the last decade. By removing 2 inches of legroom, they can fit an entire extra row of seats on the plane. That one extra row generates millions of dollars in revenue over the life of the aircraft. They intentionally make standard economy uncomfortable to torture you into upgrading to economy plus. You aren't paying for luxury in economy plus, you are paying for what used to be the standard 10 years ago. Now let's take a step back to the terminal itself. Segment 4 covers airport layout and shopping tricks. Did you know that most modern airports are designed like IKEA stores? It is called the forced flow layout. After you get through security, you are often forced to walk directly through the duty-free store to get to your gate. You cannot physically avoid the perfume, the alcohol, and the giant Toblerone bars. This is intentional. They also rely on the golden hour. This is the period of time after you clear security but before you board. You have just survived the stress of the TSA line, taking off your shoes and separating your liquids. Your brain is flooded with relief. Psychological studies show that when people feel relief after high stress, they become impulsive spenders. You feel like you deserve a treat, so you buy that $15 magazine or that $18 burger. Speaking of food, airport restaurants are pricing traps. They know you cannot leave to go to a cheaper place. The markups are insane, often 200% higher than street prices. And look at the layout of the terminal itself. The winding paths, the bright lights, the lack of clocks on the walls. It is designed to separate you from reality and your budget. Segment 5 is all about the invisible war, ticketing and pricing hacks. This happens before you even leave your house. Airlines use dynamic pricing. This is a sophisticated algorithm that tracks demand in real time. But there is a rumor that they also track your search history. If you keep checking the price of a flight to Miami, the algorithm sees your desperation and incrementally raises the price to scare you into booking. They use cookies to monitor your interest. Then there's drip pricing. Illegal in some places but still common. It hooks you with a $100 flight, then adds $20 for a seat, $30 for a carry-on, $5 for processing. By checkout, the price is doubled. Loyalty programs do the same, gamifying spending. You might spend $200 extra just to earn miles worth $20, chasing a silver or gold status and falling for the sunk cost trap. So how do you fight back? Segment 6 is your insider guide. First, browse flights in incognito mode or use a VPN to avoid price hikes based on your search history. Second, skip extras during booking. Sometimes adding a bag later is cheaper, or travel with only a personal item. Third, bring your own food. A sandwich and refillable bottle saves $20, $30 per person. Fourth, if overbooked, negotiate, ask for cash, lounge access, or meal vouchers. Finally, download the airline app but turn off notifications until travel day to avoid upgrade spam. Airlines maximize profit at every step. Check-in upsells, gate fear tactics, shrinking seats, shopping traps, and pricing algorithms. Now that you know the secrets, you can spot them, opt out, and travel smarter. If you've ever fallen for overpriced insurance or panic booked a seat, comment below. I want to hear your horror stories. Share this with frequent flyers, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications for more insider travel tips. Fly smart, and I'll see you in the next one.